If you want to change the file format of your video without losing any quality, you might look to remux the video. That is, you don't convert the video or encode the video. You literally take the video, audio and subtitle streams out of the file format container and put them in a new container. So you might go from MKV file to MP4. To remux your file, you'll probably use FFMPEG, or you might use a program that actually still uses FFmpeg. The issue is that when you remux an MKV file to an MP4 file, for some reason the FPS flag changes. Instead of there being a constant FPS reported for that video, it now reports a variable FPS. While you could use different software like GMKV extract GI to extract the audio and video and subtitle streams out to raw files, and then use another piece of software called MP4 box to mux those raw streams back into an MP4 file, which would have the correct FPS, a constant FPS. This process works, but it requires a fair bit of setup as you're using small parts of various software suites. They're all free, but installation time and also knowing how to use the command prompt to do these things can be difficult. So a workaround for this is, if you already have FFmpeg installed on your system, is to install this GUI software called Clever FFmpeg GUI. On first launch, it will ask where FFmpeg is installed, and it will also ask where you want your files to export to. So let's run through this. First of all, we're going to select our source file. Click there. Now the file I want isn't in this folder, so I'm going to go up and find my folder. There we are, choose this file. So we've got a video stream and an audio stream. So if I click main page, now I'm going to just try muxing it, multiplexing it first of all. So just straight from MKV to MP4, changing no settings. And in my output folder, it's made a file. If we just check on this file with media info, I can see here that by default, the file is made. It's done a standard FFmpeg remux and it is variable. So to get around that, we're going to go back onto Clever FFmpeg GUI and hit streams. And there we can see we've got our two streams there. I want both of those, and I'm going to choose to export as a raw stream. Now we can see we've got our raw streams here, a H.264 file and an AAC file. So we're going to add that H.264 file as our new source file. So I'll go drag the file onto the select source file panel. It's going to ask for the FPS of the video. So I have to know this. You can check it on the original file in media info. I know that the FPS for this video is 30. So type that in and we can see it set the FPS there. And this will set the correct timing information for the MP4 file. So we're going to click multiplex, and I can see it's had to kind of copy this file into a temporary file here, this TSF file. So that's 0 TSF. So that's our file where we've specified the frame rate as 30 FPS. And then we've also got this AAC file here. We can see that in our output folder. It's already found that and it's included it for us. So I've got MP4 selected. I'll press multiplex and it's going to make a file. So it's asking me, do I want to delete the temporary files? I'm going to say yes, or rather I'm going to say no, which will delete them in this instance. It's left a TSF file there, so I'm just going to delete that myself. Now I'll open the first mux in media info and the second mux, and also the original file. So the original file on the left here, we can see it was constant 30 FPS, and our second mux in the middle, the same, but our first mux was variable. So we've successfully remuxed our MKV to an MP4 file.